Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a long NU battle. This one is against Dyna from NBZ's Nitude. I'm gonna go ahead and lead with my Torkoal because it has Stealth Rocks, and I know, judging from his team, it's going to be a wall fest, and it's going to take a while, so I want to get those Stealth Rocks up really soon. I'm seeing a Garbodor, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to deal with Toxic Spikes. My Miltank does have Heal Bell, but it's still annoying. Um, Especially since the only one who avoids Toxic Spikes has a Toxic Orb anyway, so it's like my entire team is going to be toxic the entire battle. Um, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to leave with Torkoal, as I said. I'm going to get up Stealth Rocks. He here is going to fear the Earth Power, which I actually don't have, but that is useful information for me later. So yeah, up going my Stealth Rocks. He's going to switch into his Credilli, who is annoying and a half to kill. He's gonna toxic me as I go for the toxic on him. I figure because he's willing to take the likely toxic, he's probably got heal bell or not heal bell, aromatherapy on his Meganium. So I'm sort of making that my priority target because once that's dead, Credilli dies, and like that's really the only way I can kill him because I don't have any really like super strong fighting attacks. I do have superpower on my Scarfed Luxray, but it's not that strong because it's not stabbed and it's Toy Scarfed. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Lava Plume in case he wants to switch to Meganium now. And he goes for the Rock Slide, which I was not expecting. I was thinking maybe Stockpile or Ancient Power probably would have done more because even though it's weaker, it's hitting on my way lower defense side. Anyways, I'm going to go to Miltank because I figure I can heal Bell off that Toxic and just sort of beat him down. This is my sort of bulky, well, not bulky, it's just leftovers Jolly, max attack, max speed, Miltank with recovery and heal Bell. And then body slam and earthquake. Here I went for the earthquake mainly because I'm like, if he switches to his Bastiodon to take the body slam, that's going to hit him a lot harder, obviously, than a body slam, being 30 power versus 400. So it's like 13 and a third times stronger. So I go for the body slam here. It's really going to do not a lot. He's going to go for the aromatherapy. I figured as much, but I'm like, if I switch to like Solo or something, he's just going to switch out, so I might as well get some damage on him now because he probably doesn't have Synthesis because he most likely has either Giga Drain and or Leech Seed, so he's like not really going to want to have Synthesis. Not a lot of those grass type Pokemon do when they have Leech Seed. He's going to go with Reflect here. I'm going to get a crit on the body slam, which is absolutely perfect. Very nice. But when you think about it, I mean, if you're sitting a Pokemon in for like 20 turns taking hits, crits are basically how you're going to lose. I used to run full wall teams on Shoddy back in 4th gen when Shoddy was still the popular thing before PO got started. And I would always lose to crits because it's like, that's how it works. So, yeah, the crit was really nice, but it was bound to happen eventually. I'm going to switch to my Exeggutor here because I figure if he wants a Leech Seed, this will be perfect, and I can set up my Sun. He's going to switch into his Shuckle, as I do indeed go for the Sunny Day, and things are about to get awesome. I'm sort of worried because none of my moves are super effective against most of his team, because they all resist the grass and the fire because they're all rocks, and some other type that resists grass to make the solar beam not super effective. It is still very powerful because it is base 180 with life orb and pretty big 125 special attack stat on Exeggutor, and I believe I'm modest. I'm not certain on that, but I'm pretty sure I am. But yeah, he's gonna knock off my life orb, which is not too big of a deal because that's actually kind of helpful because that means Exeggutor, yes, loses some power, but because they're walls, it's like it's gonna change it from like a 2-hit KO where I practically kill myself in a couple turns to 3-hit KOs where I can survive a lot longer. But yeah, I didn't switch to his Meganium here. I don't really know why. It's really weird why he would do that. I mean, even Solar Beam's a 2-hit KO. Obviously, I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Fire here because it's over twice as strong. But it's like, I don't understand why he made this switch. I mean, I guess trying to save Shuckle, yeah, but I don't really know. I mean, I guess it's a special wall, probably, because he has Bastiodon and Credilli. But yeah, here Magmar, I figured I could take it with a Side Shock, but if he's a Violite, even if he's like max offensive but has a Violite, I can't do much to him. So I'm going to switch to my Torkoal. I know he's going to take advantage of the sun and go for the Flare Blitz because I'm weak to it and it's in the sun and everything. So I'm going to go Torkoal and resist it. I could have went to my my Drudagon to hit him back with a rough skin, but I figured Drudagon's going to be very useful because as soon as I kill Bastion, I can just go for my Choice Banded Outrage and just take shit out. But yeah, here I'm going to switch out, just figuring out that the sun's gone. The Flare Blitz isn't going to do too much, even if he wants to stay in, which he probably won't. And I don't really want Toxic racking up on me, so there's really no point in going for any kind of move, really. He's going to go into Shuckle, I guess that's water, but Drudagon's going to come in, and I'm just going to Earthquake that. Now in comes his Credilli, and I'm like, please, Choice Banded Earthquake. I know you're not stab, but please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill. And it doesn't, and it gets off a recover, and I'm just like, fuck. So now I can't stay in here because obviously he's healing back way more than I'm doing. I could sit in here wait for a crit because Rock Slide really is the best move to hit me after a Toxic, so it's like, but I'm like, no, I'll switch out, and I'm going to go into my Miltank just to heal Bell off that Toxic, because now that his Meganium is dead, the best way I'm going to kill his Credilli is Toxic, and I would like mine to not be Toxic, at least not that he's not going to be Toxic, but because he's going to want to stay into Toxic me back, and I'll get him when he stays in, because he's faster than me, so I need him to want to stay in. So I'm going to heal Bell. And then I'm like, oh wait, he's just going to Toxic me. So I could have waited at that point and just gone for like the Body Slam here, maybe get a Paralyzed. But then again, I don't want that. And Earthquake wouldn't really do too much anyway. So it's like, I'm going to go to my Lux right here because I figure Intimidate's going to help me sponge whatever hit he goes for. But he goes for the Energy Bullet. I'm like, okay, that's weird. That sucks though. I know it's probably slightly stronger than Rock Slide, if only for Miltank having slightly more physical defense than special defense, I believe. I think one's 90, the other one's like 80 or so. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Superpower. It does about half, a little more than half after leftovers, but, or sorry, a little less. But he's going to Toxic me, and I know I can't kill him because of the whole attack dropping. So I'm going to switch up to my Swellow just to maybe Brave Bird him if he goes for the Toxic or something. I didn't think he'd want to go for the Rock Slide, but he's just going to recover because it's a safe move, and really, why not? So now I'm kind of screwed. I know Swellow can do a big chunk with a Brave Bird, but I don't want him to stall me out. Plus, if he switches to his Bastiodon, that's going to really make it like no point. So I'm just going to U-turn, and that's going to do quite a bit of damage. Basically, what I was expecting was him to want to Rock Slide and stay in, and I just go out to my Luxray, get the -2 on him. It won't do too much damage, and then I can Twit kill him with the Superpower, hopefully. But yeah, he's just going to switch out, and I'm going to go back into my Luxray because why not, right? It's got the Intimidate. It's kind of fodder. I mean, it is Scarf, but it's like I don't need a Scarf Pokemon because all his Pokemon are dreadfully slow, except his Magmar, but that's not too big of an issue. So I'm just going to go for the Superpower. Once again, he is going to switch into his Credilli, and I'm like, the -1, I don't know, maybe I can kill? Maybe? I'm not really certain, but I'm not going to take the chance, because if he recovers, I'm just going to sit in here, take extra damage, and it's really not necessary. I mean, he's pretty close. He's like 40%, so I really don't know if that will kill. I know it's only -1, not -2, but it's like, it's still, So I'm just going to go Torkoal, figure, get him Toxic now. That'll be great. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to go for the Toxic. I believe he's going to switch out to his Magmar at this point, however. Let's go ahead and wait for leftovers and see what happens, see if I'm talking out of my ass or if I'm actually remembering this correctly. So he's indeed going to switch out. Sorry, he goes to his Garbodor, and Toxic's going to do nothing. I was sort of actually expecting the double switch here. I'm like, maybe he'll want to switch back out just in case I have Earth Power. And I'm thinking the only thing that he wants to switch into an Earth Power is his Credilli. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Lava Plume. But he's actually going to stand and get up his Toxic Spice, which is bad because I'm like, I don't want to let him get up both layers because that is going to be very, very irritating. But I figured now is a good time to switch into my Exeggutor because he's probably going to go for the second layer and I can get the sun up and basically start sweeping again because his Magmar is pretty low on HP, and unless he's Scarfed I can outspeed him. So that's what I'm going to do, but he's actually going to switch out to his Bastiodon, And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. He doesn't want to set up both layers, especially seeing that lava plume doing like absolutely nothing. Um, but yeah, I figure here he's, I don't know, Bastiodon really doesn't do much. I mean, he's got what, like Metal Burst, Stealth Rocks. I know Tony used to run one with Fire Blast a lot, but um, yeah, that's not really that common. So I'm like, he's probably just gonna Stealth Rocks, uh, or switch out, knowing that I'm already a Sunny Day set. But no, he's actually gonna stay in just Stealth Rocks. I get the Sunny Day, get up Sunny Day, and now I'm just gonna go for the Solar Beam, I believe. And I'm thinking that's gonna kill. I'm like, come on, kill, please, kill, please, kill. And yeah, well, it's gonna hit him. He's gonna go down. I'm like, even if you're a Violet, it's gonna kill, right? But it doesn't. I'm like, well, shit. That sucks. But at this point, I'm taking the chance that he's not scarfed. Because I do believe if he's scarfed, he outspeeds me. I'm not certain because I know Exeggutor's speed is like 55, and Magmar's is like 95. So if mine's double, so mine's like around. No, if he's Jolly Scarf, I actually checked this. If he's Jolly Scarf, he is faster than me. Another good thing too is I almost went for the Side Shock. I don't know why I would have, but I'm like, no, just go for the Solar Beam, whatever. And that's great because now he's going to switch in this Garbodor. Think I have, HP Fire, Solar Beam, maybe like Explosion, or maybe even Synthesis or Moonlight. I think this gets one or the other. But no, I'm just going to go ahead and go right for the Side Shock, and that's going to clean take him out, and that's awesome. Now he's going to send his Credillia. I'm like, he's probably just going to recover because I'm at, 29 health, and that's less than the 36 the poison has been doing. So I'm just going to go with the Solar Beam, just like, maybe I'll get a crit or something, or maybe it'll do over half, and it is going to do over half. But he's actually not going to even recover, so that's pretty nice. So I'm like, yes. Now I can easily kill him with my Luxray, because he can't recover because I'm A, faster, and B, Scarf, so I'm even faster than him being faster. But yeah, so I'm just going to go with the Superpower because I figure it's going to take out both of his remaining guys, being his Bastiodon and his Credilli. I was thinking maybe this would be a 2-hit KO, but I'm like, you know what? Why? I mean, my attack is like 120 or 130. I mean, Luxray's pretty nice. And it is a base 120 attack. It's quad weak. So, yeah, it is going to clean OHKO him. Now I'm like, okay, his Credilli is at about 28 health. I know a -1 superpower is probably going to do like 35-40%. So I'm pretty much positive that it's going to kill. And even if it doesn't, you know what? I can just hit him and go into my Torkoal and Toxic him, and then the battle's over because I have, my full team alive still. Well, I lost Exeggutor, so I have 5 Pokemon alive. I would have 4 if Luxray died, and I have a Heal Beller, so it's like, well, then again, I Toxic Spicer up, so it's no point in Toxicing me. But anyways, whatever. He's just going to die, and that's the end of the pretty long match. To be honest, I actually didn't even want to play this match. I saw his team, and I was just like, this is going to be so stally. But he didn't get Toxic Spikes up first turn, so that was really nice. That helped in my efforts. And yeah, the battle actually turned out to be pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow.